Hello everybody, welcome to YouTube. I am Ethelred Flametail, and guess what? It was my birthday yesterday. So today I'm going to be ranting. Today I'm going to be ranting about Google Plus. Oh Google. Google. What? Oh, what? Look, cat. Say hello, Spot. What more damage can you make, Google? What more messes must you make? What more things you must fix that don't? Google Plus is a little bit like Super Mario Maker. Let me explain. So you what they call it. So users users used to be able to go through a door, and they used to be able just to head into a Google Plus. So simple as. So they used to hop over there to that door to the classic Google Plus, because new Google Plus didn't exist at the time. Stop looking at me, Mario. Sorry. Then when we went to Google Plus, the Google Plus gave us a second door, saying, would you like to try out our new Google Plus? So if you select that, there wasn't that much going on in new Google Plus, and all that was it ever in those question boxes were mushrooms. However, you could still access old classic Google Plus, and that had a lot more going for it. It had stars. It didn't have just mushrooms. It had stars. It had everything. Then Google decided to swap the doors around and make it a little bit more difficult for other users to find out where classic Google Plus was. It still was there, but it was a little bit more difficult this time. This meant, if you couldn't find anything, you would go back to the old Google Plus settings. That was the hope for Google Plus, though people with me just didn't use it for that reason. We just wanted old Google Classic back, so that's why we used that feature. So then we had to go through Google Plus and go to the settings, and it wasn't very easy to go to the settings, so we had to go there. And because it's very easy, some users didn't know how to get to classic Google Plus. Oh, was it? If it wasn't recording, basically users would go through here, go to the classic Google Plus settings, and we would go to what they call it, can't find anything you want, use classic Google Plus to get to Google Plus. Then Google Plus did something so stupid. Now, if you imagine Mario as Google Plus now, this is what they did. So basically Google Plus ran over to the bridge and basically collapsed it. Yes. Basically it just means you know at users, you know, Google just hopped off users and just left them behind as they just ran over and collapsed the bridge. And like Mario, Google had a big ego. More like Google #1, woohoo! This just meant we were all stuck, you know, going through the door of Google Plus, and we couldn't even get to the bridge. I mean, how could we get past that bridge? Google had already collapsed it, and there was no way of getting to classic Google now, because Google ruined it. So basically, that's what I'm ranting about. Google Plus basically destroying in the way to get to a classic Google Plus, which wasn't all bad. With classic Google Plus, there was a lot you could do. You could invite public. You could invite the public circle. You can invite your circle, and you can invite your friends all at the same time. With new Google Plus, however, you can only invite one. You do a customised one, which is inviting all your friends, but you can't invite you can't invite public or your circle, you know. And when you invite your circle, you know, that's it. You know, it's just your circle and nothing else. So, and Google Google so far hasn't done nothing to improve the new Google Plus. At least if you're going to destroy your link of Google, of classic Google Plus, at least have something in place for the future. I mean, you know, new Google Plus. So I thought Mario would be a great example, you know, of showing you what Google has done. It's a little bit random, but yeah, it's good enough, to be honest, because it really shows you what Google has done. Also, another thing. Also, I can also there's other things like screen captions they've got rid of. They've also got rid of Google Hangout. Yes, so because everybody loved that, they've made it so you can access it by a different means, by searching Google Hangouts. So that's how they actually have, you know, they've made it like some sort of add-on that you search in Google. But it was neat and cool that you could actually talk to your friends while still being on Google Plus, you know. So classic Google Plus had a lot going for it, and also if you had a big screen like mine, you could see posts from this side, this side, this side. So that's what I want to talk to you. And if you're leaving Google Plus like me, or not using it that much, you know, come and join me, and we'll both find another website that's a little bit more different on Google Plus. If you want to find me, I'm now on Reddit, and I'm also doing a new website on Weebly, which is going to be I can't wait for that. So if there's a commenting section, you know, you can definitely have a few comments on that or something like that. Or if Weebly doesn't do any of that, you can always what they call it, find me on Reddit and just you know, PM me, you know, comment on my stuff, my random stuff, and I'll see you all later. This is Ethelred Flimetail ranting off.